Well, hello everyone. Welcome to the Lower Speeds live class. We'll go ahead and get started. Happy Monday. I will go ahead and mute everyone. All right. Here we go. Let's start off with some common words. Ready? We, I, in, the, of, and, you, to, a, it, is, for, that, will, your, have, are, be, as, not, this, at, but, with, all, on, if, was, so, me, very, bad, my, our, from, am, one, time, he, letter, do, been, would, can, wrote, she, when, doing, hard, list, far, cover. All right. Now, I've got some words that all start with either initial P, initial W, or initial B. Here we go. Back, palm, war. Bat, peg, win. Bill, pot, weld. Break, pry, ring. Pal, ball, wet. Wad, belt, peck. Pup, bust, wove. Bright, wedge, proof. Wade, prude, brute. Bug, prod, wait. War, pick, bet. Bald, pass, welt. Wind, bid, pill. Part, bar, wart. Pack, bolt, wave. Wash, black, play. Watch, plight, bleak. Brag, pride, whale. Bike, pest, wild. One par, bark. Hello, Pandora. How are you? How are you? Good. How's your day going?
Okay.
Good. Busy?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
Here and there.
Yeah. Yes, I've had a busy day.
Really?
Yes.
Good stuff?
Yes.
Oh,
Good
good.
stuff. Just, I think throwing in the holidays, with everything, it's like, I think ours start this weekend. Paul's mom comes in this weekend.
Oh,
So
okay.
she can't be here for Christmas because she's got horses. So she pays a lady to come take care of all her animals. So she'll be here this Saturday. And then my nephew just got engaged. He's having an engagement party on Sunday. So it's like,
How
oh
fun.
yeah, yes. But it's just, lots of stuff going on. So yeah,
Oh, very cool. Where does your
yeah.
mother-in-law live?
She lives in northern Nevada. So
Oh, okay.
that's the one,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
an
Okay.
hour past Tahoe.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah, so she'll
That's
be with
right.
us for a week. So, and well, yeah,
Nice.
then she'll leave on the 21st to go back home. So it's
Aw.
too bad that, I guess that's what happens when you have horses. You have, if, you got to have somebody take care of them, and not
That's
everybody's
right.
willing to do that. So I, I don't know. We'll see. She might reconsider after this season. I think it'll be hard for her to not be here, for Christmas because of the horses.
Right.
So it wouldn't
Right.
surprise me if she says next year, all right, I'm getting rid of the horses. I don't know.
Aw.
I know. We'll see. So, all right. So now I've got some consonant compounds. The first set starts with TWTR. Then we have FRFL, BLBR, STSK. Okay. All right. Here we go. Twice, try, twerp, true. Twin, trot. Tweed, trip. twain tree, twist trade, tweak tribe, twig trek, tweet trial, twine train, twill trick, tweeze trap, free flap, frame flight, fruit float, frill fry, frog fluff, fry flood, fret flag, fright flee, freak flip, fraud flame. I'm sorry. Yeah, fraud flame, frock flit, frail flare, less brick, blow bruise, black broom, bluff braid, blade broil, blight breed, blab brave, bloat bribe, Blair brawn, block brim, bleed brain, bliss breeze, stop scar, still skid, stuff skull, stick score, step scab, stab sky, steer scoop, star skate, steam skill, stay scale, stone scour, state skin.
Those were tricky.
Yes.
That was a really good drill though.
Good. Very good. Yeah, I saw that STSK and I thought, oh yeah, that's probably going to be a good one. So
Yeah, all of them.
good. Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Yeah, do that one again. I mean,
Okay.
not now, but
Yeah, bring it back. There's others similar to
yeah.
that, so I'll do that again. Definitely.
Because that's kind of like the drills that you do, the different, the ones that I said that I hated,
Yes.
all on the same side, and you're having to change back and forth. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's good.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do another one tomorrow morning too, because there's
Okay.
more in there. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I won't be in tomorrow's class.
You won't? Okay.
No, but
No
I'll
worries.
watch it. Yeah,
Okay, sounds good. Yep.
maybe tomorrow night, but not
Okay.
tomorrow morning. So
Okay. Okay, perfect. All right. So let's see. These are going to be cities with cities, locations, and zip codes. Okay, here we go. Lost Springs, Wyoming, 82524. Hobbs, New Mexico, 88241. Unionville, Virginia, 22567. Calabash, North Carolina, 28459. Nooksack, Washington, 98276. Waterford, Wisconsin, 53185. Vanderbilt, Pennsylvania, 15486. Replete, West Virginia, 26230. Charleston, Texas, 75424. Ozark, Arkansas, 72949. Lake Charles, Louisiana, 70609. San Rafael, California, 94901. Lyndhurst, Vermont, 22952. Champaign, Illinois, 61820. I said Ozark, and I was thinking, have you watched Ozark on Netflix?
No, no.
Ozark. Yeah, it's. I started watching it. It's pretty good. You know, not the best, but I mean, it's pretty good. So, okay, now I've got sentences here that focus on testify, testimony, identify, identification, witness, etc.
Let me look at one thing real quick.
Oh
I
yeah.
know I do identification, but identify. Oh, I've got that as if I. Do you have
I do
a
F long I.
oh F long? Oh, that's what I have. Okay, and then I do short I D for identification. Okay.
Oh, you do? Okay, I do
Uh-huh.
FIGS.
Okay. Oh,
But
that's a good
that's
one too.
yeah, both of those are good. All right, so here are your sentences. Will you arrive early tomorrow to testify? Can you testify to his actions on that day? We will be ready to testify for you. They testified to all that they had seen. What happened after the doctor testified? That aspect has already been testified to. When will you be testifying? The witness will continue testifying later. Testifying in court makes me nervous. If he testifies, we will win the case. When she testifies, she must tell the truth. That expert often testifies in court. His testimony should clear the defendant. I want a copy of Mr. Baker's testimony. That conflicts with his prior testimony. The witness is telling the truth. Were you a witness to the accident? Please witness my signature on the deed. The witnesses were excluded from court. There were 3 witnesses to the crime. The witnesses told similar stories. We are witnessing rampant inflation. He told us he was witnessing rapid growth. Have you been witnessing the changes? They were the ones that witnessed it. Mr. Porter witnessed the accident. I witnessed the shooting yesterday. Can you identify which man it was? Please identify the owner of the car. Will they identify the latest winner? The witness identified the body. The car was identified by the tag number. The case concluded when he was identified. As he identifies items, she checks the list. If Darlene identifies him, he will be arrested. Sarah identifies the winner every time. Is he identifying the defendant? Identifying The gun is very important. Ken was identifying the correct answers. Do you think the style is identifiable? If it is identifiable, why can't we find it? The identifiable pieces were hidden. The man was asked for his identification. A driver's license is a form of identification. For identification, which is FOID, please look at item A. We need new landscaping, etc. Bring your own food, drinks, etc. Tell me about the latest trip, etc. All right. Some medical words. All right. Here we go. Ready? Disease, laboratory, nourishment, hemophilia, mastoid, alcoholism, cataract, eruption, adduction, synarthrosis, anemia, histology, articulate, neurologist, venosclerosis, cerebrum, genetics, cervical, memory, vomiting, pericardium, abdomen, which is ABD, infarction, experiment, prednisone, aspirin, standardized. All right.
Yowza. I bet those didn't come up in my dictionary as I wrote them.
That's all right. Now you can add them.
I don't even know how to spell them.
Yeah. I could give you, that is a good one. I could say the word and then give you the spelling.
Oh, that's true.
You know, that could, then you're what is it, killing two birds with one stone. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Let me see here. I'll do some of the ones that might be harder. Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, let's start with this one. Venosclerosis. VENOSCLEROSIS.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Synarthrosis. SYNARTHROSIS. Prednisone. PREDNISONE. Infarction. INFARCTION. Pericardium. PERICARDIUM. Cerebrum. Cerebrum. Neurologist. Neurologist. Anemia. Anemia. Histology. Histology. Let's see here. Mastoid. Mastoid. Hemophilia. Hemophilia. And then the rest of them you probably know how to spell. But that's a good one. Now I'll start doing that. Especially on the ones that are, that I think maybe might be, kind of tricky to spell. So if I do that, then you're also getting your stitching practice in.
So hemophilia, spell that one more time.
Sure. Let me see here.
Because I think I stitched it wrong, believe it or not.
Hemo.
That's what I did.
Yeah. PH.
Oops. Darn it. I'm sorry. HEMO.
PH.
ILIA. Okay. I put homophilia.
Okay.
I'm sure that's something too.
Yeah, it probably is. Oh. All right. How are we doing on time? Oh, good. We're doing fine. Okay. I have one drill left. Okay. These are going to be sentences that focus on initial consonants, GR. And they're in sentences. Okay. Here we go. Grab the gray grouse. The grab bag was green. They sent Grace for the groceries. Her graciousness was gratuitous. It was the grackles we graded. The gradations were very gradual. The grader gave me a great grade. Your gradients are grouped. When you graduate, you feel great. A grafter uses a grafting tool. Don't mix the grail with the grain. Graft a green tree in a group. His grammar was grand. You have a gram of greatness. We had a grand group. Grandfather greeted the Greek. The Grand Canyon has grandeur. A Spanish grandee is a grand duke. The grand jury was greeted gratefully. Grandma and grandpa were great. Okay. Moving into literary. This is actually from the book, If I Did It, This Is How I Did It, from O.J. Simpson. This chapter is called Confessions of the Killer. And her family won the rights to this book, and then they changed it to Confessions. Actually, they changed the book to Confessions of the Killer. When he wrote it, he had named it, something like, if I, committed the murder, this is how I did it, or something like that. But they changed it. And they say in the beginning of this book that they did not change any of his words. They only changed the title of the book to Confessions of the Killer. And
Interesting.
it is. And they won all the rights to the proceeds of that. And then eventually I heard they shut it down and just stopped selling it. So if you can find a copy, it's like precious commodity because they ended up pulling it off the shelves.
Really? Huh.
But yeah, the judge awarded all the proceeds and the book rights to go to the Nicole Brown family. So so I have this this whole chapter here of the night. It's called The Night in Question.
Okay.
All right. I was in a lousy mood after the recital. I was exhausted and not looking forward to getting on another plane. But most of all, I was upset about my brief conversation with Ron Fishman. I didn't like what Ron had said about Nicole and the girls. We don't know the half of it, he said. The half I did know about was bad enough, but Ron seemed to think it was worse than either of us imagined. I also thought back to my conversation with Cora, Ron's wife, and felt another twinge of guilt. I'd pretty much given up on Nicole, but she was the mother of my kids. I had to do something, if not for her, for them. For a few moments, sitting there in my living room, I wondered if I should threaten to fight her for custody. The idea was not to take the kids away from her. I knew that would destroy her, but to shake her up so badly that she'd finally start trying to get her shit together. The girl was an accident waiting to happen. And I was thinking about this possibility. And Cato showed up. He was carrying a towel and a magazine and asked if he could use the jacuzzi. Sure, I said. How was the recital? He asked. Fine. Did you talk to Nicole? I went out of my way to not talk to her, I said. You look bummed, man. What happened? Nothing, I said. This shit is endless. You should have seen the skirt she was wearing. She thinks she's still a teenager. Can I ask you something? Cato said. Why is Nicole so fucking mad at me? I didn't want to get into it. All that business about Cato living rent free without doing anything to earn it. So I told him not to worry. You know how she is, I said. She puts her anger and craziness on everyone else. I noticed the magazine in his hand. It was the current issue of Playboy. Cato flipped it open and showed me one of the girls inside. He said he knew her and could introduce me, but I wasn't interested. He went off to get into the jacuzzi, and I found myself thinking about a Raiders cheerleader I'd known some years back. She looked a little like the girl in Playboy. I dug up her number and called, and when her machine picked up, I left a message. Hey, it's me, OJ. I wanted to see how you were doing and to tell you that I'm a free man, a totally free man. Call me. I hung up and realized that I really did feel kind of free, but the feeling lasted only a few moments. I found myself thinking about Nicole again, and then about Paula. I was pissed at Nicole, and Paula was pissed at me because of Nicole. Maybe I should have taken Paula to the reception. I had tried to be respectful of Nicole and the Browns. And once again, I got bit in the ass for my efforts. I went into my home office and started getting some of my things together for the trip. I noticed I only had $100 bills, and I knew I'd need a few fives for the airport sky caps. So I went out to see if Cato had any change. He was already done with the jacuzzi, which he'd left running, and I turned it off and went by the guest house. Cato man, please try to remember to turn the jacuzzi off when you get out, I said. Did I forget to turn it off? he asked. Man, I used to wonder if the guy was all there. Yeah, Cato, you forgot to turn it off. I'm sorry. I held out a C note and asked if he could break it, but all he had was 20s. I borrowed one and told him I'd pay him back. I need it, I said. I just realized I haven't eaten anything and I'm going to run over to McDonald's. Can I go with you? He asked. Sure, I said, but hurry up. I'm pressed for time. We took the Bentley and ordered at the drive-through window. I ate my burger on the ride back. Cato saved his for later. I was busy eating, so I didn't talk much. And I found myself thinking back to the recital and how cute Sydney had looked up on stage doing her little dance number. It put me in a dark mood. The last few times I'd called Nicole to try to get the kids, which I often did on the spur of the moment, she had gone out of her way to make it hard for me. She had always found some reason not to let me take them. The kids are tired. They've just eaten. They've had enough excitement for one day. I couldn't understand it. She didn't even want me to see my own kids. It seemed like she was making everything as difficult as possible for me. It's true when they say about never really knowing another person. Nicole wasn't even Nicole anymore. She was a complete stranger to me. All right, so we'll stop there. And I will read more of this tomorrow. All right. We're going to continue with some closing arguments. I'll read just a little bit of this. We started this a couple weeks back, so we'll go ahead and I'll read this at 80. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Then she says, I just saw like shadows. I couldn't really, but I figured myself that it was Popeye and Poonie. Just couldn't see no close up because I was like right there in the field. You made an assumption it was Poonie or Orlando Hunt and Popeye and Crandall McKinnon. Yes, she said, because you had seen them before. Is that right? Yes. You had seen them come and drive up in the motel earlier. Is that right? And she said yes. And when you saw later the two silhouettes or shadows running behind you, you assumed that they were the two men, Poonie and Popeye, who had come up in the car that night? She said yes. That's what she said. But, ladies and gentlemen, beyond that, was Gina Lee even in that field? Was Gina Lee even in that field that night when the shot was fired? Remember, she said she was in the field. But remember this, she said she was in the field with Chester Norwood, Hoss Collins, walking west on the path towards Hathaway to get drugs. She said she was with Chester Norwood in the field. Well, Joanna Hopkins was called to the witness stand, not by us, but by Mr. Davis. And this is why I suggest to you that Joanna Hopkins does not assist in the prosecution of this case. Joanna Hopkins said, "No, that's not possible. Gina Lee could not have been in the fields at the time the shot occurred because she was in the room with me. She was in the room with me at the time. When the shot was heard by you, where were you?" She said, "In the room." "In whose room?" "Gina Lee's room." "Who was with you?" "With Gina." She said, "I believe when the shot happened, she went out to look." All right, so we'll stop there and move into Q&A. Okay, so let me give you a word list before we start this. This is plaintiff, just Q&A with plaintiff. You're going to hear Mr. Larson, accusations, involvement, conflicting, committed, standard, let's see, punishable, offense, that's about it. Oh, you're going to hear did you think? You can phrase that, DU final NK. All right, so I will read this one time at 60, and then I'll read it one more time again at 80, okay?
All right.
Here we go. When you talk about bribes, did you feel that somebody had committed some kind of criminal or punishable offense that had to be covered up in some way? Yes, that's what I felt. What kind of criminal? I felt that he was trying to buy me off. For what? For not doing the report, not giving me the standard report. You felt that was some kind of punishable offense? Yeah, I did. Who did you think would punish Mr. Larson for that offense? I thought the law would. What law? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I really don't know what law, but I know you don't offer people money to sign something off that isn't done. You can't say it's not a bribe. Did you talk to your mother about it? No, sir, I did not. Did you talk to anybody about it? No, sir, I did not. You just generally thought that it was some kind of criminal offense? A payoff. Yeah. Did you ever make any accusations about that to anybody? I just said that we had conflicting reports here, and I wanted a man to come down and check it out and see what was going on. Did you turn him in? No, sir, I did not. Did you intend to turn him in at a later time? No, I didn't. All right, so I'll read that again, this time at 80. Here we go. When you talk about bribes, did you feel that somebody had committed some kind of criminal or punishable offense that had to be covered up in some way? Yes, that's what I felt. What kind of criminal? I felt that he was trying to buy me off. For what? For not doing the report, not giving me the standard report. You felt that was some kind of punishable offense? Yeah, I did. Who did you think would punish Mr. Larson for that offense? I thought the law would. What law? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. I really don't know what law, but I know you don't offer people money to sign something off that isn't done. You can't say it's not a bribe. Did you talk to your mother about it? No, sir, I did not. Did you talk to anybody about it? No, sir, I did not. You just generally thought that it was some kind of criminal offense? A payoff, yeah. Did you ever make any accusations about that to anybody? I just said that we had conflicting reports here, and I wanted a man to come down and check it out and see what was going on. Did you turn him in? No, sir, I did not. Did you intend to turn him in at a later time? No, I didn't. How was that?
Not bad.
Good. Very good. Okay. Now, this is a deposition transcript, and we started this last week. So plaintiff is questioning, but defense jumps in and objects. Okay. And we've got plaintiff. I'm going to start at 80 and work my way to 100, okay? Here we go. Did he respond to your question? Objection, hearsay. I believe he said he fell. Yes, to the best of my knowledge. Did you ask your son, Stephen Jr., what happened? Objection, hearsay. Yes, I did. And did he tell you what he observed? Objection, hearsay. Yes, he did. What did he tell you? Objection, hearsay. He said that Daniel had fallen off the wall. Do you know how Daniel got up on the wall? Objection, hearsay. Do you have any information as to how he got up on the wall? Can we get a little more information as to what somebody told him? Information? Yes. Do you have any information? From what my son told me, yes. What did your son tell you? Objection, hearsay. He said that Daniel had climbed up there. Did he tell you where he climbed up from? What the location was? Objection, hearsay. Yes, he did. Where did he tell you he climbed up from? He stood on the 3.5 foot part and then climbed up over that, scaling the wall between my house and the house to the left of me. The top of the wall on the 6-foot section, was it finished? In the sense that it had some sort of decorative block or brick on top of it, the 6-foot portion, or the 3.5-foot portion? 6-foot portion. On top of it, now you're saying? Correct. No, it doesn't. The 3.5-foot section had red bricks on top for decoration. At the front of the house, where the 3.5-foot section meets the 6-foot section, is there also an extension portion at that location to make it 2 feet higher or a foot higher? On the very corner? Correct, the very end. I'm not sure if it comes all the way that far. You indicated earlier that on the sides you could increase the height of the wall. Is that correct? That's what the extra uprights are for, to my belief. Yes. And so approximately every 8 feet, there is some sort of block or brick extension. Correct. And where the left side wall ended at the front of your house, was there that block or brick extension? That's what I'm unsure about. I don't know if it comes all the way to the front fence or not. It seems that it does, but I'm really unsure because I think on the other side it does. So I think it does there too, actually. Did you ever ask Daniel what made him fall? Objection, hearsay. What made him fall? No. Did he ever tell you what made him fall? Objection, hearsay. He just said he fell. Did you ever look at the wall, at or about the location where he fell, after he fell? After he fell, yes. Objection, hearsay. Relying on hearsay evidence as relating to where the fall took place. When you looked at the wall afterwards, what did you observe? That the extra upright, which I believe to have been there, was laying on the ground between my house and the wall. This extra upright, what was that constructed out of? The same cinder block as the wall itself. And the extra upright was affixed to the wall. as far as you know? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were wall affixed all the way around, I believe, because that's how the home was when I got it. It had the uprights there. It just looked like it was left for someone to put something in between the 8-foot span. This extra upright, what was the width of it? It would be the same as one of the cinder blocks of the wall, which would again be about 12 inches wide by 6 to 8 inches tall. And what was the height? How many blocks? 2 or 3. And it was just the single, strike that. It would be 12 inches wide and about 2 or 3 blocks high. Correct. So it wasn't like 2 blocks. Well, also with the finger thickness in between each brick. The mortar, right. The placement of those extension blocks, do you know if that was done in the middle of 2 blocks where they came together, or was it stacked right on top of another block? I'm unsure. I think a picture would probably tell you better than I can. I'm not sure. Was there ever any pictures taken of the location as you have come to understand it, where Daniel fell from? After the accident? Yes. When were those photographs taken? The exact time, I can't tell you, but I believe it was someone from the insurance company. Several months later? Yes. I'll be right back. Let's take a recess. Perfect timing. How is that?
That was okay. I'm not on top of it today. So
Yeah.
for a while there, I was just pushing and which is really sad because it's just 100.
I
But
know.
I'm not. I'm like,
Well, and it's Monday too, so
there you go.
yes.
I'll know never to work on Monday.
Tell them, hey, I need Mondays off to just
That's right.
get back in the groove.
You're gonna get crappy writing out of me if you make me work on Monday.
Don't put me on a hard job on Monday.
Right? I know. Do stuff with easy briefs, Judgy Poo.
Yes. Yes, and don't let anybody speak over 150 words a minute.
That's right.
Slow everybody
That's right.
down.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man. All right. Well, you have a great night.
Oh, you too. Oh, excuse
Okay.
me. I'm gonna go make dinner now.
All right. Well, if I don't see you tomorrow, then maybe I'll see you tomorrow night.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
My son has his permit test tomorrow morning in Temecula, so that's
nice.
where I'm going. Yeah. So,
Oh.
but I should be in class tomorrow night. I might be a little bit late, but
Okay.
and just to let you know, I know it's not my glasses. The picture is just a little blurred. It's not that sharp. I don't know if
Really?
the just a little. I mean, I can see everything, but
Oh, yeah.
it's not as sharp. It's not high def, Jill.
Okay. Yes. I will let Robert know.
Yeah, have him focus that lens a little bit.
Thank you for letting me know.
Oh, you're welcome. Maybe the camera got hit. Maybe, is it Hank?
Hank. Hank the
Maybe
tank.
he ran. That's so funny. Hank the Tank. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Thank you for letting
Have
me
a good
know.
night.
Okay.
Oh, you're welcome.
We'll talk
Okay.
tomorrow night.
Okay. See you
Okay.
then.
Okay.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.